Out of all of gaming's post-apocalyptic worlds, I found the world of Fallout to be the most interesting. Bethesda's take on the future feels massive yet detailed, and there's a certain charm that stems from its dark humor. I can't wait to see what Fallout 5 will eventually look like, but while we wait, I can think of no better way to pass the time than to dig out some recipes from the Vault. This is Fallout, the Vault Dwellers official cookbook. The premise for the Fallout cookbook is really interesting. Basically, it's written from the perspective of Vault-Tec, the company in the game that made all of those Fallout shelters that people hunkered in during the nuclear apocalypse. This is their company's cookbook that provides Vault-Tec approved recipes to help Vault Dwellers prepare classic dishes in their new post-apocalyptic homes. Each recipe page comes with a list of ingredients, steps, as well as other useful information such as difficulty, prep and cook time, servings, and suggested pairings. And true to the game, each dish even has special stats that are associated to each food item, but I doubt they actually buff you like they do in the game. But the most awesome parts of the recipes are the notes and scribbles that have been added to them. These additional notes were written from the perspective of Vault Dwellers themselves, providing commentary on the different ingredients, often substituting them for things more readily available in the irradiated wasteland they live in. They're actually pretty hilarious to read, and I gotta say the text in this cookbook does a fantastic job in capturing that sarcastic, dark humor found in Fallout. The Vault-Tec propaganda and the hopeful naiveness of the Dwellers feel like I'm reading them straight from the games. Whoever wrote this book did a great job in capturing the spirit of the games, but did they do a good job in making the food taste good? I'm gonna make a full 3-course Fallout meal to find out. Let's get cooking. So here it is, my 3-course Fallout meal. For appetizers, I made the Mole Rat Wonder Meat Dip. The dip was gooey and cheesy, and the hint of spice from the Italian sausage I used was a good complement to the richness of the dish. I ate it with crackers, but the next day I used it as a filling for a croissant sandwich, which was pretty amazing. I love the funny notes in the description of this recipe. Apparently in the future, Italian sausages need to be substituted by mole rat meat, and instead of cream cheese, people use Wonder Glue instead. I'm glad I didn't have to use those. For the main course, we have the braised Deathclaw steak. I really love this recipe. The combination of those spices made my kitchen smell so good. I couldn't wait to sink my teeth into that juicy, fatty pork, and the taste definitely delivered. I'm sure this sauce would taste good on beef and chicken too. The dish, however, didn't really remind me of Fallout when looking at it, so I took some liberties with the rice and added some green coloring and furikake to make it look a little bit more radioactive, which I think ended up looking pretty cool. Lastly, for dessert, I tried making some Buffout inspired matcha cookies. These were supposed to look like little green pills to look medicinal like the Buffouts from the games, but they ended up looking like regular cookies. Full disclosure, I absolutely suck at baking, so this dish ended up being a disaster. First of all, how the heck did they get their cookies to be so green? I followed the recipe to the T, and mine didn't even come close to that color. Maybe it's the type of matcha powder I used, I have no clue. But flavor wise, I think it's okay, but nothing special. If you like matcha flavor, then maybe you'll like it more than I did, but I think there are better desserts in the book. Overall, the Fallout cookbook is pretty good. The recipes that I tried were hit or miss, but if the Deathclaw steak was any indication, there are definitely some gems in this book. What makes this cookbook stand out from the other ones I've reviewed is how funny and immersive the writing is. The written parts really capture the feel of Fallout, and I think fans of the games are really going to get a kick out of that. Hope you like this review. Thanks for watching. Happy gaming. Happy eating.